Sometimes it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, and that is so true for property investment. So how can we focus more? How can we be more productive so we're getting more resources for the time allocated to it? And I'm going to start with it's conventional health. Health is your wealth. And I'm going to be completely honest, I have been crap the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to BS you. So the timing of me talking about this is bad. But in general, I look after my health. And the way I really focus on my health is through routines. Your routines equal your results. And a great piece of software I use, if you may have noticed this ring on my hand, is an Oura ring. And an Oura ring, I'll just show you on my phone as well, is a piece of software really outside of the ring that's measuring a load of different things. So it's going to do my activity goals, so making sure that I'm getting enough movement during the day, my daytime stress, which we're not going to look at that because people stress me out. And then we've got how engaged I am, my heart rate, my heart health, and then it also tests my readiness. And I'm going to show you my sleep because I want to show you how bad it's been. But you can see a lot of red stuff coming up on here. So overall, it's not awful. But, you know, if you look at the day before, I slept for 5 hours and 50 minutes, 89% sleep efficiency, but it's not great. My restfulness is bad. My REM sleep is bad. The timing's all over the place. So we're not going to look too much at that. So the reason I do this is after a while, I don't look at this every single day. There is one bit I do look at every single day, which I'll talk about in a second. But what it does is I know what my routine equals. So for example, I have like a nighttime routine that I start at 9 p.m. I'm usually up at 5:30 to 5:45, in the gym 6 to 6:30. 6:30 onwards, and then I have my lunch at like 12:30. I eat dinner at 7 o'clock. I eat certain foods, and I keep that as regular as possible. And if I follow that routine, I feel absolutely incredible. And when something's not feeling right, one of the first things I do is go onto the Oura app, and it shows me the things that are out of whack. And so it can seem really obvious to you. Go, oh yeah, I'm not sleeping right. And it's like, well, yeah, but actually, often for me, it's I've stopped that routine at 9 and I'm actually starting to get ready at 9:45. And I'm still getting up at the same time. And that little bit of sleep deprivation really carries through. So the only thing that I do look at regularly is the activity, and I'm making sure that I'm hitting those 10,000 steps a day on top of my gym, etc. So you can see yesterday I did 11,600, and now today I've only done 3,800 at the time of filming. So I really need to ramp that up. So obviously you don't need an Oura ring. If you've got an iPhone, you've got the health app. I'm sure there's something on the Android as well that's really just focused on these. And my best recommendation, I'm not exactly the epitome of fitness here, okay? I'd say I'm high performance, if you like, in a lot of things that I do. What I would recommend is make sure you get your sleep right, make sure you got your diet right, and just get to 10,000 steps a day. I don't care what you do. If I can do 10,000 steps a day, you absolutely can. And I know people that do like 2,000 steps a day, and they're like, it's impossible. Absolute bollocks. I'm at my desk all the time. So get a standing desk and a desk treadmill then. Do the things that's really going to help you increase that productivity all the way through. The final thing I'd really say is about looking after your social health. And if there's an area of health that I neglect a lot, it's going to be my mindset, my social health. It's really important to surround yourself with great people. When you're really trying to work your way to the top, you can kind of think, oh, right, I don't need anyone else. I can do it all on my own. It's not true. Put yourself out there on meetup.com, go to networking events, do what you need to do to get yourself around the right people at the right time to get the most benefit. Next productivity hack would be your focus. So two things I use on my phone for this and my laptop is number one, Brain FM. I think Brain FM is absolutely brilliant. It's kind of like Spotify, but it deliberately looks at the frequencies of music that are scientifically proven to help you do certain things. So this could be focus, relaxation, sleeping, or meditating. So for example, let's say I'm doing some deep work right now, then I'm going to play some music like this in the background, and all of this is focusing on that deep work. So it's not going to be lyrics coming out everywhere. It's these bionic beats that come through that really help your brain frequencies align to work at the same time. Another one that I really like using is OPAL. So OPAL is the app that does me the best, and I hate it at the same time. So I'm going to do it live on here. OPAL is an app that essentially blocks you from doing certain things. So you can see the screen time that you've got on. I'm going to go on block now, and then I'm going to start the session and block myself out. And that's it. I'm done. Deep focus, blocked. Goodbye, Instagram. But what that helps me do is get my focus back so I can actually focus at the things at hand. I don't know about you, but I am one of these people, and the team will tell you, I'll just open up my Insta and go, do you know what? I'm just going to scroll on a couple of reels. And then next thing you know, it's been 20 minutes, and you add that up. In fact, let me do a scary thing, which, by the way, you definitely do more than 20 minutes a day. So let's say you're scrolling for 20 minutes a day, which you're definitely doing more. We're going to times that by 365, and that's how many minutes there are in the year. Let's divide that by 60 so we know how many hours that is. And then let's think about how many hours that you're awake for. So we've got 121.66 hours. Let's say you're awake for 16 hours a day. So we're going to divide that by 16. It's 7.6. So at 20 minutes a day, 7.5 days a year. Let's say that actually you're doing an hour a day of scrolling, which for a lot of you, that's still a low. 22.8 days. You work about 20 days a year, 22 days a month, sorry. So you are, if you do an hour a day of real time, you are spending a month out of your year scrolling through Instagram and Facebook. That scares the shit out of me, because I probably do about an hour a day if I'm not using it. I'm using a OPAL even more effectively. That is terrifying, absolutely terrifying. These are the things that there's small amounts of time. We worked out that about 3 minutes of distraction a day equals a day of work time a year. I'm going to say that again. 3 minutes a day equals a work day a year lost. How incredible is that? And these are on the micro things. Now, in property, one of the key ways of really utilizing other people's time and getting your productivity back is to get them to do the hard work for you. And the key way of doing this is usually outsourcing to a broker, which, by the way, if you've not heard of my company or even know me, my name's Jamie. I've been investing for about a decade now. We've done over 1,000 transactions. And by the way, if you want to leverage my team, you absolutely can. Put APG in the comments if you've got 50 grand or more to invest in property and you've wanted to build your portfolio, but you don't have the time, knowledge, or in fact, you just want to be more productive with your time. Put APG in there. I'll send the link. I'll also put a link in there. I'll pin it to the top in the comments so you can click on there, fill in the details, and get a free one-to-one consultation call and take your productivity to the next level. So now that we've gone through health, we've gone through productivity hacks, the next one that I really look at is speed and accuracy. Some of the two things is the speed of decision making, and often we have this decision fatigue in life. So it could, you'll notice when I'm on camera, I wear very simple clothing, and in day-to-day life, I'm quite simple in the way that I dress. Even if I'm dressing more professional, it's whatever, chinos, clear shirt, jacket if you're lucky, and in this, mostly a blue top, right? Because I don't want decision fatigue in what I'm doing. Same as my food, I go to Simmer Eats, which is free shout out for you, Simmer Eats. I've only used them recently. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I open it up, I tell them what macros I want, I open it up, I eat. Honestly, that's it. I grab it, I don't even look at what I'm eating half the time. It tastes good, it's a great thing. I don't want the decision fatigue of, what should we have for tea tonight? What should we do here? What about this? It's like, no, just go, go, go. That's how people become millionaires, not just from making simple decisions, but all of these small things that seem a small thing, but have a massive outcome. So speed of decision making, number one. Number two, accuracy of data. One of the biggest problems I see with property investors is they go, hey, this is a great deal. I got a 20% discount. And it's like, yeah, do you not know why? It's a crap property in a crap area. Have you not looked at the data? They go, what data? And they don't even know the data of the tenure of property, crime rate, schools in the area, average earnings versus average property prices, all of these things that focus on the economics of property going up or down in value. And if you don't notice, 70% of your money from property comes from the capital growth, the capital appreciation, not the cash flow. And so you need speed and accuracy in order to get the best deals in the best areas and making sure the project's delivered on time, on budget, and most importantly, on quality. quality to make sure you've got your best tenant, your best customer in the long term. And so if you could do that yourself, that's amazing. And watch the videos on this channel. They'll teach you everything you need to know about finding these and doing your due diligence and how to do a great viewing, how to negotiate. And by the way, if you're new to the channel and you want that stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe and the notification bell. Now, I know there's a lot of you because most of my investors actually come through this. You could be one of my investors right now. And if you're ready to invest in property, you want to be hyper productive, but you don't have that time, you can leverage our speed and accuracy to deliver that. I hope this has been valuable. It's just some quick tips, bit of a different video. But if you want to have a chat about how we can build your portfolio this year and beyond, put APG, that's APG, it stands for Aspire Property Group, in the comments right now. I'm going to send you a link where you can book in your free one-to-one strategy session of how you can make this year your best and most productive year in property yet.